ERP and MES are two of the most important systems manufacturers can use, but they serve two very different purposes. ERP runs the business side, and MES runs the shop floor. But what really matters is knowing how to use them together, because it's not always obvious when ERP alone is enough, or when adding an MES genuinely helps. So in this video, I'll explain how they're different, how they work together, and how to tell which is best for your company. Just a heads up, if you're looking to implement either system, reach out at softwareconnect.com. We'll help you find the perfect fit for your company. Let's start with ERP, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Think of an ERP as a system that runs your business and plans your production. It handles orders, inventory, purchasing, and finances. It also includes production planning, including MRP or Material Resource Planning. This works out what materials you need, how much, and when. So when a customer order comes in, your ERP turns it into a plan. It figures out what to build, what to buy out of the bill of materials, and when to schedule it and what it should cost. Here's the key thing though. ERP works in days. It works off planned numbers, not what actually is happening on a machine right now. That's where MES comes in. MES stands for Manufacturing Execution System, and it manages the shop floor in real time. It's used to monitor, track, document, and control production right from the machines. The easiest way to picture it is this. MES sits between your ERP up in the office and the machines down on the floor and connects them. Now, a lot of you may already run SCADA on the floor. SCADA watches and controls the machines. MES sits just above it and uses that machine data as one of its inputs. So MES builds on SCADA. It doesn't replace it. It records which materials went into each job so you can trace a problem back later, and it catches quality issues on the spot. It also calculates performance metrics like overall equipment effectiveness or OEE. And if a machine starts drifting out of spec, the MES can flag it right then before you've turned out a whole pallet of scrap. So while an ERP thinks in days, MES thinks in seconds. Here's a good way to tell them apart. If it touches a machine or an operator in real time, that's MES. If it touches an order, an inventory count, or cost, that's ERP. So if an ERP is the system of record and MES is your system of action, how do they work together? Think of it as a loop. Your ERP schedules the work order and hands it down. Your MES runs it to the floor and tracks what happens, like what you made and what material you used. When the job's done, those results post back to the ERP, which closes the order and updates the inventory and costs. The nice part is the floor tells the ERP what happened instead of someone else keying it in by hand. That loop is where the value shows up. When it's done well, a few things change. Your job costing gets accurate because the MES reports the actual material, labor, and machine time on each order. That way, finance sees what production really costs, not just the estimate. Your delivery dates become more reliable because you're now scheduling against what the floor can actually do. There's an organizational side to this too. ERP mostly is used in the back office and by management. Finance owns it, and IT runs it. The floor belongs to your operators, and MES helps bridge that gap. And honestly, it's a big reason a lot of plants stall on that decision to invest. It can be tough to implement something that affects several departments at once. So that's how they both work, separately and together. But when is ERP enough on its own? And how do you know when you actually need an MES? Honestly, having an ERP can be plenty if your production is fairly simple. For plants with short duration jobs or limited product variety, I've seen many smaller shops run just fine this way, and investing in an MES at this stage is probably overkill. Where you can really benefit from implementing an MES is when your floor gets more complex and you have machine data that you can't capture after the fact, or where compliance demands specific traceability. Think pharma, food, and chemical manufacturing. So what's the real test? It's whether you're finding out about a problem too late. If a bad part or wrong material or machine going down only shows up after it's cost you, that's a sign. It's less about buying both and more about where your actual constraint is and whether MES will fix known problems. A lot of owners want a size threshold here, like how big does your company need to be? But there's no magic employee number. It depends. A smaller shop is usually fine on an ERP or even an MRP. A full MES really pays off at scale or under heavy compliance once you scrap and downtime losses are big enough to justify it. And if you've got the need but not the scale, there are lighter modular options out there. Another question I get is which one comes first. Typically, most manufacturers start with an ERP, then add an MES later. It's mainly because ERP is where the planning happens, and it's needed to consolidate front and back office workflows. Your MES usually feeds off the ERP plan, so it makes sense for most businesses to invest in that first. It's not a hard rule, but that's usually how it goes. And to be clear, you don't have to be forced into it. If you just want tighter controls of your floor and you've got the capital, adding an MES can be a proactive move. It doesn't have to be something that you only do when a regulation makes you. So if you already have an ERP and you're thinking about making the MES investment, we can help. At Software Connect, we've been helping manufacturers for years figure out what's best for them. whether that's an ERP or MES. Reach out at softwareconnect.com for a free consultation. Link is in the description. Also, be sure to check out our other video that compares MRP, ERP, and MES systems and when to buy them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.